YouTube. It's been a while since I upload, any kind of videos, and that's probably gonna be the last video in a series of this 987 Boxster. And in today's video, we're gonna attempt to replace the starter because it makes like this awful piggly wiggly noise. After that, this Boxster gonna go for sale. I drove it like around 300 miles, and the reason I'm gonna sell it because, little spoiler alert, we got something new coming to the channel. It's gonna be the brand new project with some major repair job facing us. But today let's try to replace the starter. I never did it before on this particular model, so we're probably gonna learn together. And before I do anything further, I wanted to connect the this little scanner to make sure that there are no pending codes, there are no check engine lights, so there is 0 pending codes and 0 DTCs, and almost all monitors are ready. EVAP monitor is not ready yet, but this green light indicates this car is ready to do the the inspection, so it won't fail the inspection in terms of monitor readiness. And I wanted to do that because in order to replace the starter, I'm gonna need to disconnect the battery. And when I'm gonna disconnect the battery, those monitors gonna be not ready again. So me or maybe the new buyer of the car, me or he is gonna need to drive it for a while until those monitors became ready again. Otherwise the car won't pass the inspection, in case, at least in my state. That's why I wanted to connect this scanner, just to make sure everything is fine with the car before I disconnect the battery. Before we disconnect the battery again, I'm gonna need to put a roof into the service position, so when this clamshell gonna be up and the top gonna be up as well, giving me some access to the engine bay. So let's do that. Here's the key. Release the lock. Windows goes down into the opening position. And let's check, maybe it's gonna be enough for us to put a roof into the service mode. We're gonna need to release this water channel and release this water channel. And now I'm gonna need carefully to secure the rear window. And before I do that, a couple cables needs to be disengaged. Okay, cables are disengaged, and let's see. Probably enough space, and this top got this kind of thingy in here. And I guess last time I was able to get it to the door latch, I guess, or maybe not, or maybe no, not a door latch, but somewhere here It's probably not the right way to use this rope, but as long as it works, I guess that's all we need. So it looks like the top is in a service position now. We're gonna remove the speakers from the top and the cover from the engine. One, two, pretty heavy part. What do we have left? One, two, so it looks like a bunch of T30 screws holding this shiny cover. Okay, I guess I found a good angle for the camera, and the starter is right in here. So in order to get to the starter, I think we're gonna need to remove those hoses, this intake part, maybe even this intake part as well, just to get to the bolts. And let's proceed, and we'll see what else we're gonna need to remove. I know those hoses may be pretty brittle, so I'll try to be as gentle as possible to avoid the unnecessary replacement situation. Okay. Now let's remove those clamps. Okay, let's release the clamp for the throttle body. which way is better to move this rubber, like inside or outside. Maybe inside though. Okay, to be is engaged. Also don't need to forget to disconnect the throttle body, and maybe, I'm not sure if let's undo this 10mm nut. I'm not sure if it holds something or not. Check what's happening from the other side. So technically, yeah, that's enough for us. Okay, let's not try our luck. This vacuum pipe came out of somewhere. I'm gonna need to find where, but yeah, this is our starter, and this is the positive wire, which is hot, and I'm gonna need to disconnect the battery. Alright, we're gonna need 10 mil wrench to remove this control wire. Let's put it somewhere here, and we're gonna need 13 mil wrench to remove the load wires. One and two. And I think I found the second bolt holding the starter. It's pretty deep in there. I'm gonna need to double check if I'll be able to use some extensions and get the excess from here, or maybe I'm gonna need to remove the front cover of the, you know, interior, or actually the rear, whatever, and get the excess with a lot of extensions from inside of the car. Let me check on that, and we'll proceed further. So it's easy to get to the the upper bolt holding the starter, but the lower one is the pain. So I'll see maybe the access from the front with the bunch of extensions gonna be easier solution rather than wobbly bits and bunch of extension. Okay, I removed the front cover and I took like 24-inch extension and it directly went up to this bolt in the front. The only thing I'm curious how I'm gonna put the bolt back once it's time, but we'll get to that later. Let's undo this one, the hard one first. Okay, just removed the second easy bolt and the starter is like doesn't budge at all. Probably needs some love taps. Because I can see both bolts are out. All right. Okay, come on. Okay, starting to move. The good old hammer always gonna help. Let's try to fish it out. All right, this part was fairly easy and it came out with this bolt. Good. Before installation, let's make sure to compare those. Bosch unit, 100% new. At least it claims to be on a sticker. All right, let's try to squeeze this one back in place. Actually, you know what? Before I squeeze it in place, I'll probably try to clean the mating surface just a bit. That's the reason why the old one slightly stuck in there. Interesting where this vacuum line came out from. It's funny that there's the sticker, do not strike with hammer. No, we won't do that. Sure, what's the best way to do the bolt, the lower bolt situation? Okay. Let's find the lower bolt is still in the hole. I just want to put the starter to the proper position by putting the easier bolt in place. All right. I won't totally torque it yet. The fun part, to try to find the second bolt. It looks like, I am not seeing it, but it feels like it's going in. Okay. Looks like the extension maybe is not needed. I can't get a good grip. With extension. Let's try. Okay, that's much better. New starter is officially in. So now the wiring goes back in place. 1, 2. So this is the 13 mils. Where's the tiny one? Okay. Ten mils torqued. Thirteen mils. Torqued. Okay, now give me a couple minutes to find where this vacuum tube is going to, and we'll try to put it back in place. So looks like I found where this vacuum hose came off from. So this is the solenoid on the passenger side, and looks like it was just rotten here because there is the empty space, and I bet that's our culprit. So I'll try to put it back in place and route appropriately, because it looks like this is supposed to go somewhere there. Can you feel it? Yep. guess the tricky part is gonna be getting the intake to the charge pipe right in here. It's slightly tight squeeze in there, but hopefully we can manage it as well. Alright. Small pipe connected, solenoid snapped back in place. I cannot feel my ankles anymore. Can we make it the easy way with no frustration? No frustration. Yep, all right. Popped back in place. What about everything else? We don't need to forget about this 10mm nut holding the intake in place, just like that. And now we need to spread those things apart. Come on. All right. We centered. Looks like now we're in place. Okay, 10mm nut. Please don't fall. Okay, this is in place, this is in place, the paper is not in place. You don't need the paper there. Let's put the hose back in place. Was it under the pipe? One. 2, 3. Okay, what we forgot? Those bolts, wires, that thing, those clamps, hose. I guess now it's the time to hook up the battery and check if it works. So looks like the new starter works much quieter even with the open compartment. Mercedes to the rescue. I had only 3 of those original ones, but Mercedes using close enoughs. If I won't forget, I put the link to all the power tools in the description box. They making the life much easier. This subwoofer is like no joke, pretty heavy. Whew. I guess we're all set in terms of the repair. Everything is buttoned up. Let's start the car and close the roof. Oh, much better. The roof is closed, and I need to relearn the windows again because the battery was disconnected. Yep. And we have a PSM failure because we need to probably drive this car for a few feet, maybe slightly more. Let's do it actually right away, why not? Come on. One, two. Come on. It can't be that hard. Okay. Let's make sure PSM light will go away. I think it should go away on its own without any scan tools. Yep, went away on its own, so we don't even need to take it for a drive then. Guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully this video was somewhat, useful for you, and I believe next time I'm gonna meet you when we're gonna be working on this puppy, which is, again, spoiler alert, 2014 Cayman with 2.7 with a stick transmission, manual transmission, and it's got the fire damage, let's put it that way. Take care, guys. Thank you.